Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last video we see what is the object-oriented programming and what is the main, let's see, component we have discussed this stuff here. And in today's video we'll try to see what is the difference between classes and functions. And I will try with you, in this lesson to tackle this let's see, definition, what is the class and when to use which, and whether you are building, let's see, a small app, or maybe are you working in a company, or just you would like to organize your code, make it let's say more efficient. So let's try to get started here. So what is the function? We have also see what is the function in our previous lessons. I think you know what is the functions. And let me just back to this. The functions is like when you add this keyword here defined and the function, including the arguments, if there's any arguments, and the body of the function. For instance, here we have only one line of the this called body function. And the next one is when you would like to call this function is called, for instance, in any place you would like to use the function. So the function, think of the functions as a specialized tool. It's only a tool, and the class is, let's say, a complete tool box. And each function had done only exactly one thing, really only one thing. And for instance, let's see, in this example here, I'm trying to loading the images, convert to a grayscale image, and then apply, let's say, Gaussian blurring, and also edge detection with canny algorithm, and also saving the images. So now, how to use these functions? It's easy. To use this function, we have to use this, for instance, load image, then use the second image and add the argument, and use the third one and add the argument. And you can see the output of each one of each calling with the function is considered as an input to the next function, at least in only in this example. But what we have what we have figured out here, you can see we have move, or let's say track the object, or let's say the image in every function. And if you have made a mistake here, let's say you are adding another attribute or another image, you will get, of course, another let's see, output. So the function is, let's say, is taking the load function is taking the color image, turn it to grayscale, then apply the Gaussian blurring, detecting the edges, and saving the images. Now, as you can see, each function is simple, focus, and also does not need to remember anything. And for instance, I have load the image now, and if I load another image, it will give me another let's say result, right? So the previous result, it's not stored in the function itself, and every function is working independently. So this function here, it doesn't care about what is the input, what is the output of the other functions. This is what we have seen here, right? And this is, let's see, easily that we can easily connect it with another functions by, for instance, like this here, adding the output of this and consider as the input to this. So what we have figured out here is that we have to track the object by ourselves. This is the one advantage of a functions. And by the way, if you have only, for instance, here I can that we will see it in the class here. But let's see what is the advantage of the functions. The advantage is simplicity, low overhead. So you can just see every function has doing every let's see, specific job. Here, for instance, is loading the images. And by the way, one big advice for you, try to make a function to do only one thing. So some guys will see, I will try to maybe define load. Let me just like this, for instance, def image, not capital, image processing, and we see here image, and back all of these functions in this function here. For instance, write this, let's see, image, should be path, of course, and I just want not to lose time. And you can see here I need this one here, image, and etc., adding and packing all of these functions in one, which I recommend you not to do this. Try to make every function with only doing one step, specific step. So that's why if you have any error, you can fix it on that function. But imagine if you have one function including all of these, and if you have any bug or you need to change the function, and let's see, you don't need to use, for instance, blurring, Gaussian blurring. You can just exclude it from the calling function, right? From this stack here. But if you use the function we have done it here to include all of these, you have to update the function itself, right? And this is the one hint. Let's see, and let's see that it's work with functional, powerful, easy, and it's really easy. I mean, there's nothing to do with it's with only defining the keyword and the body of the function. That's it. And the limitation here, there's no state. The no state, it means the each function isn't it doesn't care about what is the input, and the output state. Just I have the input and they have the output. That's it. And also limited organization. So if you have, for instance, this in this example, where I'm working with one object, which is image, it's somehow, let's see, redundancy. Not redundancy, but it's not, let's say, organized. And let's see, parameter overhead. Each time you have to send the image here, and sometimes assume that you have many parameters here, for example, and this will, let's see, lead to parameter overhead. And there's no inheritance. Inheritance, it's only in on classes or object oriented. So now classes are more likely the smart, let's say, toolbox. We said the function is one tool, and the class is a toolbox, a set of, let's say, tools. And let me see here, as you can see here, I just copy these functions and put it in a class. So don't worry about these classes. Next video, I will try to explain, or let's say go with you step by step, how to write a class from scratch, and also what are the main component of the classes and the attributes and everything. So don't worry, I just want to show you what is the difference between class and functions. And you can see here I have this class, define this class, and loading the image, convert to grayscale, and add Gaussian blurring, edge detection, and save. And when you would like, sorry, when you would like, let's say, to process this image, you can just create one object from this class. And as you can see here, I have loaded the image and directly called the function, the next function. For instance, if it's, let's say, one pipeline, this is only if it's one pipeline. Let's say a sequential steps, and I will just add dot applying Gaussian blurring. And as you can see here, there is no parameters here. Why there is no parameters? Because these parameters will be used the same data here, which is the image. And as you can see, this is the image, right? And as you can see, it's used here, used as well here in grayscale image, and then it's used here and used here. And we will try to keep track of this object, reading and converting to grayscale, and save it in the same object. So that's why we can use these steps here. And as you can see, it's like a pipeline. And if you can also provide to have the history of what was the operations are done or have done on the image itself. And for example, here we have converted to the grayscale, and they have defined, let's see, a list, and for instance, grayscale, and I will add he converted to grayscale, and etc. And after that, you can, let's see, print what are the steps have been done for this specific for the specific image, and what are the advantage of classes. And the advantage of classes, you can see state management. So I can take the image, the image of the first function, for instance, this one here, and use it for this. And the result of this, I can use it for directly for this, and etc. So this is a state management, and it's organized. It's really organized. It's better than let's see functions. And when you would like to use, for instance, this, you have to create an object. Let me just collapse this. You have to create one object, and don't worry, I will try to go with you step by step how to create classes, how to use it, what are the let's say the tricks, and also what are the problems that we could, let's see, have. Everything will be clear in the upcoming videos. Also, inheritance, if you have inheritance and polymorphism, is if you have, let's say, several classes, of course, we will cover all of these. If you have several classes and you would like to use some features from another class, so this is called inheritance. And encapsulation, you can also hide some details, and also moving method chaining, what we have seen here, chaining methods that we have like a pipeline. And are the disadvantage? But for me, I can see it as a disadvantage unless I have only one small task. So for one small task, it's not recommended to use small task. Let's say small task that you would like to do. For instance, add some two numbers. For this, it's only small. But if you would like to create a calculator, so you have to create for now for to add this addition or add function into a class, including the minus, divided, and etc. So, but generally, let's say you need to create a folder. So creating a folder, you don't need to have a class, separate class, unless you have many let's say operations. And this is, let's say, the limitation of classes is complex, but it's really helpful when you use it. And overhead, yeah, maybe you would like to to load the full class to the memory. And let's say over engineering, sometimes it's easy to rewrite your code when you have the the classes. And honestly, I haven't seen this as a limitation. The object oriented is always has have the advantages. So, and we have seen this, we already discussed this, what is the functions, I mean, disadvantage of functions and classes, but here it's just mapped on one table here. And you can see here functions, no state, and the classes, it's saving the state. Code organization, it's independent units. You can use it wherever you want in this, the functions. Define it in a file, and you can just import it and use it in a function. And of course, the classes as well, you can use it. But from my view or perspective, try to use functions only if you have small tasks, and try to use classes if you have you would like to organize your work, and you would like to create a complete system and coherent system, and also reusable and extension uh, system. And this, let's say, my let's say advice. And as let's see, just as a recap here, functions I use, let's see, specialized, uh, let's say, tools, and it's a simple, focus, and independent. So you can we have already seen each function has done some stuff separately. It's not caring about what is the next input, what is the output for the next functions. But for the class, you can see here we can use chaining and directly without no, let's see, parameters. At least in this function, in this example. And yeah, I mean, this I think is enough. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and also subscribe for more, let's see, coding insight. And if you have, of course, any question, just drop it down in the comment below. I will answer it, of course. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.